Yeah, a student of class 6 died a unnatural death at the hostel. Now, my lord, I was informed that my son is no more. My lord, I went to the hospital. I found my son is dead. My lord, there are bodily injuries. My lord, I have videographed that. Then, my lord, I have lodged a case. My lord, then I have filed a complaint before the police station. My lord, that was not lodged as the FIR. Then 154, then 150, subsection 3. Then, my lord, I have moved the court and 156.3 was moved. My lord, police, after getting that 156.3, straightway lodge a case of 306, not 302. My lord, they have already decided it's a case of suicide. So, my lord, initially, my lord, as the law stands, my lord, whatever the content of the complaint,
Show me the what is the date of death?
1st of May. My lord,
1st May
kindly come to page
24.
43. Then 44 is the my complaint.
Page 42 is the postmortem report.
Postmortem report. My lord, I will come to that.
2nd of May.
1st of May, my lord died, and 2nd
Yes.
of May, the postmortem was done.
What comes? Dead body of a male body. Rigor mortis.
My lord, three things I will
Ulcer
point out from the
precordial
postmortem.
Yes, please.
My lord, from the injuries, lordship will find there are many injuries in the body. Now,
Evidence
from
of
the
dried marks of
remarks of the civil surgeon in the last portion, death was due to effect of hanging antemortem in nature, as noted above. So, my lord, it's whether suicidal or homicidal, my lord, that has not been taken. My lord, that has not been ultimately said. My lord, then come to the, my lord, other part of
Any
the
injury marks found out in the postmortem report?
yes, my lord, that is the second column, the big column. It starts with injury, wounds, position, size, and character. Then, my lord, the total injuries are there.
The age of the child must be 12 years.
12, only 12.
Suicide at the age of 12.
Now, my lord, doctor appoint.
Hmm.
My lord, kindly see the opinion of the medical officer as to the cause of death. My lord, it's indicate manner of causation of injuries to be determined by the circumstantial evidences. In case the wounds note whether there was any indication of any wounds being homicidal or suicidal or otherwise, that is to be decided by the evidence that will come forward. So doctor was in an opinion
Did
that
not
it
come
is
to a conclusive opinion that it is a case of suicide.
didn't he said that
It may
wounds
be.
is there,
Hmm.
there can be a homicidal death. It was antemortem hanging.
Good.
So,
Yes,
my
I
lord,
get it.
very on the very initiation, police cannot start a case of 306. And the as the law stands, my lord, whatever the content of the FIR, my lord, that has to be lodged first. Then, my lord, they will collect evidence accordingly. Whatever the, my lord, end result will come, then, my lord, that question will come
In
later
your
on.
complaint, did you mention anything? That
My lord, I said it cannot be suicide. I found dead body, which was mark of injury was there. I said, my lord, I have photographed that. So, my lord,
do you suspect anybody?
no, my lord, because it was in the hostel.
Yes.
My lord, now I know something. If your lordship, on the next date, I can in the sealed envelope can give the motive why that was done. Because after the death and after all that, my lord, we are also trying to know what has happened to my son. My lord, we came to know something that he saw something which is not natural in a hostel. Uh, my lord, may I say that? Because
it is better you intimate all these things to the police because they are the investigating
we have already intimated everything, but they have started a case under section 306.
The later information that you have received, did you pass on?
My lord, whenever I was called, I told that I got these things, but since it's a case of 306, the motive of the police is to establish that it's a murder. Hey, my lord, it's a suicide. Well, so they are not entering into the angle of the man.
Yes.
First of all,
How,
my lord,
why
very sensitive,
306 and a very sensitive
sensitive
case?
issue, my lord. I should not be making comments on it.
Right.
And now the thing is that what we have gathered from the CCTV footage,
Was there
child-
CCTV footage
we have collected here. We have seen,
inside the room?
yes, inside the hostel, my lord. We have seen the child coming and locking up his door, my lord. And after that, whatever the incident happened, it's all over there in the CCTV footage. Now, if your lordship wants,
Is
my lord,
the
I can
child-
place that CCTV footage to your lordship for your lordship's permission.
Well, tell me one thing. Have you yourself seen the CCTV footage?
Not myself, but the investigating officer has.
No, you check up yourself prior to the court looking into it.
Because even I would not be if there's if there's
At-
if there's a
in their
suspect,
presence.
certainly, my lord. It's an 11-year-old
Do it in
child.
their presence.
It's an 11-year-old child, my lord. It's a very sensitive issue, my lord.
And not only this, because you see the child entering.
Yes, yes, yes.
This your
If I-
IO
if I
has
see
said.
that, my lord,
Right. And how many children stayed in one room?
that I will collect, my lord. With that has
And where did the incident take place? Inside the
Inside the
hostel
hostel.
room. Hostel room.
My lord.
Inside the toilet or washroom or
inside
No, my
inside
lord,
the
inside the room,
where the
it
child.
is now it is said that
Nobody
by
was
way
there?
of a gamcha from the window, my lord, he committed suicide, my lord, which is also not possible.
window is absolutely open. No grill or anything of that sort.
I will place the, my lord, CD on the next date, my lord. As well, I will go through the CCTV footages also, my lord. Let a date be fixed for the production of the CD, my lord, as well as the copy of the CCTV footage.
My lord, till then, my lord, whatever the, my lord, let
my lord,
us
if they
at
are not
least
satisfied
start.
with the investigation, my lord,
What do you have with you today?
my own, my lord, I would
What
say,
do you have with you today?
a report has been given to me with regard to the investigation is going on, my lord.
That we see once.
मामला चलता हम लोग रहता कहाँ
11 years. It mentions while the students were engaged in playing, the said candidate entered into a classroom alone. Is the time of death mentioned anywhere?
must be with the postmortem report, my lord.
No, my lord, postmortem can
There must be a tentative time and date.
my lord, because there is a rigor mortis.
Rigor mortis has set in by the time the child was sent over there.
So it was on second. My lord, I was
Date of incident,
the
FIR.
father was called at 6:20 p.m. So my lord, before that, already the boy was in the dead body was in the hospital.
So it
I
time
went
was taken.
directly to the hospital. I found the
Yes.
dead body. My lord, the most my lord, the questionable thing is that the doctor failed to my lord, give us answer who brought the dead body to the hospital, because nothing has been informed who brought the boy to the hospital. There is nothing on record to say that. I was only called. I went there in the hospital. I found the dead body. So at 6:20, already the boy was in hospital. My dead body was already in the hospital.
It mentions when the mishap caught the attention of the school authority, they abruptly took him to the Amta Rural Hospital. When the medical officer declared him dead.
May I have one request? My lord, may I get a copy of the report so
Yes,
that
yes.
I can file?
Yes, yes. Please,
Whatever
please.
the information petitioner has received, they must come and disclose it before the investigating officer.
My lord, I have
will help
already
us in
disclosed. Then
investigating the
now,
case
my lord,
to a conclusion.
I will disclose in.
Petitioner.
Certainly,
Petitioner's son,
आइए down.
comma,
চিঠি না দিয়ে দিবি বলেছি তো অনেক
is student of about 11 years
क्या cooperation
was found dead. Now, was found
আছে তো এমনি
found
বলা দরকার
hanging
আছে
from a window
ও আর
of
এখানে
the
তো
school hostel on 1st May 2024 in the afternoon. Stop. A post-mortem was conducted on 2nd May 2024. And the remark of the civil surgeon is that the death was due to the effect of hanging, comma, antemortem in nature. Stop. The doctor mentioned that the nature of injury is such that it is to be determined whether the death was suicidal or homicidal or otherwise by circumstantial evidence. Stop paragraph. The petitioner has raised certain issues with regard to the investigation. Stop. Allegation is that the investigation is not being done in the proper manner as the as the police registered FIR under section 306 IPC. Stop. According to the petitioner, as the doctor failed to conclude that the death was suicidal, accordingly, the police prior to investigation ought not to have invoked only the provision for suicide. Stop. The other provision. Now, the other offenses relating to death ought to have been inquired also. Paragraph. It has been submitted that the petitioner has been able to gather enough evidence to suggest that the death is not suicidal in nature. Stop. The report forwarded by the officer in charge, Nauda Police Station, signed on 1st July 2024. Is more towards establishing the charge under section 306. The petitioner is given leave. Would you like to see the video or should I send it for further investigation to continue with the investigation?
I will see with my client also.
আচ্ছা তাহলে একটা লাইন এটাকে কাটুন তো
Client নিয়ে বসে
Learned advocate for the state respondents submits that there is a video recording of this school
has been seized.
Initially, part of the investigation.
captured in the closed circuit camera installed in the school premises. Stop. Let the CCTV footages be shown to the petitioner in presence of the learned advocate representing the petitioner and the learned advocate representing the state respondents.